Welcome to the road to a successful sector partnership. Sector partnerships are regional, business-driven public-private collaborations. These partnerships include companies that share human resource challenges, such as manufacturing firms or healthcare networks, and community organizations, workforce developers, training providers, higher education, and economic development entities that work together to help solve a specific industry's workforce needs. Sector strategies are the solutions developed and implemented by this kind of partnership. Sector strategies may result in a range of solutions from helping to fill immediate hiring needs to revamping regional post-secondary curriculum to better align to a projected longer-term trend in the industry. No matter their focus, sector strategies are designed to meet the needs of multiple businesses in a target industry at scale, as opposed to only addressing an individual company's needs. Working with multiple companies that share common hiring challenges is more efficient and can lead to helping many more workers get the skills they need to get and advance in a meaningful career. Sector partnerships are formed in many ways and do not always follow the same set of linear steps. However, the following process is a common path that many communities and companies have taken to form and sustain sector partnerships. It is presented here to help you advance your own work in this area. So, let's get started. A convener typically initiates the work because of an industry pain point they've learned about or because the industry asked for help. A convener can be any individual or organization, such as an economic development group, an industry association, a workforce board, or a community college. A convener must be a trusted leader in the community, have credibility with the companies in the industry, and be an honest broker. The convener's role is to help come up with a solution, even if that solution is best led by another organization in the partnership. The convener gathers and analyzes available data to understand the regional industry landscape and begins to identify potential trends and needs. The convener will likely look at employment size, growth, and concentration. How many people are employed in, say, the healthcare industry in the region? Is it growing? And compared to the rest of the country, is it highly concentrated here? These are indicators that this might be an important industry sector upon which to focus. Next, the convener pulls public and community partners together to form the initial partnership. A few things about these early partnership meetings. Engage partners beyond the workforce system, including the full spectrum of education partners, K-12 to post-secondary, and community-based partners, as well as economic developers who typically have relationships with current employers and may have access to different funding streams. Keep in mind, this might not be a completely new group. Chances are there may be a group or committee in your region that has already done some work in this area. Consider building on that. Work with these partners to establish a vision and confirm partners' willingness to make resources available to support joint efforts. Can all partners agree, for example, that the manufacturing industry is a critical industry upon which to focus, and that all partners will align resources to help address this industry's needs in a more collaborative way? Consider formalizing this commitment through the development of a charter. Step 3 involves a much deeper examination of labor market data. Here, you should be looking closely at specific occupations, how many current openings there are, and how many are projected over the coming years. You also should look closely at wage levels of these key occupations, as well as skill and education needs. This will tell you which occupations within the industry might be important to focus on. The companies in the partnership will ultimately help you decide which occupations to focus upon. The goal of this step is to develop a nuanced understanding of the current and projected state of the industry, its key workforce dynamics, and potential needs. Once this is done, these data need to be presented in such a way that businesses in the partnership can validate the information and provide more detail about what occupations, skills, and competencies are really in demand. Now, it's time to engage targeted businesses in a meaningful way. Chances are you have a business champion in the targeted sector who you've tapped to help pull in other companies to form this sector partnership. If not, consider asking company leaders, perhaps in human resources, to identify a point person to help champion this sector strategy project. Together, with this champion, an initial conversation on workforce trends, challenges, and needs is held. Typically, in this initial meeting, business may validate the data presented and share their biggest pain points in hiring, training, and retention. It is critical that businesses lead this initial meeting and that the other partners, The service providers listen without sharing information about programs or ideas that they think may be the solution. During this meeting or a subsequent one, the convener or business champion needs to clearly articulate the value proposition, goals, level of commitment, and return on investment to the businesses of this sector partnership. The partnership might then identify initial outcome measures of what the sector partnership aims to accomplish. Many have found success by keeping this initial meeting or meetings limited to just a few core partner organizations. Now that businesses in the sector partnership have shared their workforce pain points and needs, it's time to reconvene the partner organizations to assess businesses' input and determine an approach to moving forward. This conversation may require a series of discussions to formulate a plan. The convener, and potentially other partners, presents this plan to the businesses in the sector partnership and engage in deeper partnership conversations to refine and finalize a plan designed to best meet their needs. This is the step in which career pathways may begin to take shape. As career pathways are formed, ideas and strategies will begin to emerge. For more on the career pathway development process, please see the Driving the Development of Career Pathways recording. Some sector partnerships may decide to prioritize building better aligned post-secondary curriculum. Others may prioritize initiatives that focus on engaging middle and high school students to educate them on specific career opportunities. And still, other sector partnerships may focus on forming better on-ramps from adult education programs to longer-term career pathway programs. In many cases, sector partnerships find they need to prioritize multiple connected ideas and strategies. Any good strategy needs an implementation plan. A strong implementation plan lays out action steps including who, specifically, will be responsible for leading a particular strategy, and what the timeline is for implementation. Funding opportunities, including where we will get the funding to support and sustain our strategies. And measures, such as how we will track the progress of these actions and who will receive the reports. Developing and continuously improving an implementation plan is the key to ensuring changes are made. Finally, we move to implementing our strategies and tracking progress of our implementation plan. Ensure that the sector partnership meets regularly and the partners can discuss performance, evaluate changing needs, and initiate new or modified strategies as necessary. And remember, successful sector partnerships maintain an ongoing focus on continuous improvement. That's a general roadmap for establishing and sustaining a high-performing sector partnership. Stay focused on your goals and enjoy the journey.